The game looks not
Hello,
great,
everybody.
not
CNC
Hey, did I
Bros
mention my
is
life?
live.
quite
Shelly's not
solid,
here.
it's there.
He is somewhere, but
Is he
not
not?
now. No, he's not on the stream with us.
What?
In there, but he's not here with us.
Is he on the phone again?
I'm assuming he's on call. Anyway, we just got
Okay.
done watching the Microsoft E3 press conference, and we also watched EA's thing yesterday, and we have a lot to talk about. So let's go ahead and let's get started with EA, and then we'll dive into the meat of the stream today and move into Microsoft. So Shelly's not here, George. So tell me what we saw.
You're gonna keep bringing that up because you're mad I hit the play button early.
Yes.
Yeah. No. Well, it was. Wow. Anyway.
We
Sorry,
live?
I'm in
We live.
Justin's living room.
Okay.
We are live.
We're talking about EA, and I forgot.
We're talking about EA was pretty average. Like it. Now, don't get me wrong. It wasn't bad, but it wasn't like really good either. Like EA kind of did EA things, and I think the most appealing thing they had was Anthem. But even then, from some of the people I talked to, their hopes for Anthem actually like went down compared to last year.
Yeah, it looks less ambitious than it used to be. Does that make sense?
And more like they made this to get at Destiny.
Yeah,
Destiny.
But
it's not.
But that was too much at the forefront. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, because
like when you want to compete, you still want to like throw your own kind of. Go ahead, Brian. I'm cutting you off.
It's okay. I think when they announced it last year, we were taken aback by like how grandiose the presentation was and like how big the promises were. They legitimately called it a Destiny killer, and it looked great, and everybody was excited. But now that we have like a solid build, and I'm guessing that some of those development ambitions have been culled a little bit, it's a more grounded structure and a more grounded project. So now we're seeing the limitations of what it can do and what it's looking like, and the possibilities. While there's still plenty to think about, and it's exciting to consider, they're not quite as boundless as Microsoft made it seem. So I think that everybody's expectations are getting a little bit more tethered to the ground.
I don't know. It was fine for me. Not the conference, I mean Anthem.
Yeah.
Yeah.
To me, the whole conference, like the big takeaways, they're making a new Star Wars game. I don't know what kind of game it is to begin with, so that was
But it's going to take place during some dark time.
What kind of game it is either.
Yeah.
It'll be a dark time.
That's great, but you know, what kind of game is it? Is it an RPG?
That was that whole back and forth was so cringe, though.
Yeah, you're right.
And I mean, homeboy probably didn't know how to act, just like sitting there and it's like, you got me on the spot. I don't know if this was on the teleprompter.
Well, that's a big takeaway from the conference because everybody's excited about it just to see what kind of game it is. I think we'll hear more about it for sure. But my personal favorite from everything, because Anthem looked cool, but I was a lot less excited about it this time around than when I was when I first saw it. I really like the idea of Sea of Solitude. That looks fun, and I like the art style to it. It's got that creepy vibe like Bound, but I hope it's not a game like Bound, if you know what I mean.
I haven't played Bound, so I won't be able to tell you.
It's boring. It's very colorful and very surreal, but it's very boring. I really enjoy the concept of Sea of Solitude, and I think it looks cool and it fits my aesthetic preferences, but anything else, like it, I don't know. And that was about it for EA. We got football. We got Battlefront 2 DLC. What do we get else? What else? FIFA 2018 or 2019?
Unravel 2 was the best thing shown.
No one played Unraveled.
Dude, a lot of people played Unravel.
A lot of people played Unravel.
I was about to play Unravel. I just
Why? The only reason you were going to play Unraveled is because it was probably 99 cents on PSN.
No, it was like $4. I was like, okay, I might go ahead and get it. But Unravel 2, I was thinking about getting until I saw it had no online co-op.
What were you gonna ask me to buy it?
Massive fail. Nah, I would have bought it.
I think, yeah, if it doesn't have online co-op, then that's pretty stupid. But other than that, EA didn't present a lot. I think they're in hot shit, and they did their best to seem very nice and to get away from
EA's
that.
gonna be
Not
EA's gonna be fine no matter what.
Well,
Yeah,
they're gonna be fine, but I think that they're in hot shit with PR, and they're trying to hang low and not make anything too ambitious right now because they don't have the faith of the public. I think they have to get rid of that Battlefront 2 stigma. I want to know if Madden will have microtransactions.
Yeah, it's gonna have.
yeah. The past few have had it. They'll have. They're gonna keep the Madden points.
No, I know.
Yeah, they're gonna have the Madden points, and they're gonna do Ultimate Team. That thing.
Well, I knew Ultimate Team was always microtransaction based, and I feel like Ultimate Team is justified.
No.
I guess no.
I think it is because it's been around so long.
What players you're getting,
Brian, you don't have to devil's advocate on behalf of EA for the sake of them saying they're going to do away with loot boxes and microtransactions, even though they still do it in their sports games. Like they can pull the rug out from some people who are going to buy it anyway. It's perfectly fine. It's not fine, but it's fine if you get what I'm saying.
That's exactly what I was getting at. It's fine because we know what to expect at this point.
No, it's not fine, but let it rock. That's what I'm saying. You don't have to come to their aid. There's nothing to justify Ultimate Team and Madden points. But
Shelly bought shit.
But no, that's what I'm saying. But people are gonna buy it anyway. So let it rock.
Ultimate Team is basically the gacha for Westerners that actually play gacha.
Hey,
don't play
you don't
gacha
know if I'm gonna get Madden 19 or not.
You're gonna get Madden 19. You get every Madden game.
Remember when I got Madden 17 and I played it for like 3 days and took that shit back?
Yeah.
See?
Because you did what you wanted to do. You played Ultimate and that was it.
I just didn't like the game. It didn't feel the same. It was stupid. At least
people are mad salty. Oh, I can't get into that yet. We're not talking about that yet.
We're not talking about Microsoft?
No, we're not talking about Kingdom Hearts 3.
Jesus Christ, Brian.
I just saw something and it made me like my ADHD brain just kind of like wound.
Hold it. Hold your bone.
Hold my bone, but
hold
not that
your
way.
Bone. Like,
Newt.
Wow. Okay.
I love Pengu. Shut up.
But I mean, I love Pengu too. So we good on
That's about it from EA. Like we got some sports games. We got FIFA. Cool.
Wait, what was the release date for Metro Exodus?
I didn't pay attention because I didn't
catch it.
Anyway, we're moving into
also
Microsoft
here,
now. That had a
I sent something in the chat. It's probably important. Y'all might need that. I don't know.
What is it? Hold on. I have to pull up a chat now. How do I pull up chat?
No, not Google Hangouts chat, like the Facebook group.
Oh no, I got it.
Okay, you already got the link. Okay, cool.
Hey, just post it where we need to post it.
On top of it. That's what's up.
I'm subscribed to us, dude.
Just post it where we usually post it.
I am too. For whatever reason, I don't get notifications. I need to double check that. But Shelly on top of it. This man's going places. Let me tell you.
I posted it in the Facebook group.
All right.
Anyway.
Okay.
Yes, Microsoft.
So we good to move on.
Long as shit.
Yeah.
It was good-ish. They got a lot of games this time around. A lot more than they did last year, and that's not bad. What do we want to talk? I need a list in front of me. Let me pull up the IGN videos.
I was gonna say Quentin's been making a list, and he sent us a screenshot of the list for the Jankcast. So I was just about to start reading from that list.
Do it.
What I would have done.
It's not the whole thing, so I don't have all of it. Can we talk about Nier Automata Become as Gods edition? Just the name, nothing else, because like Become as Gods.
Why
because
is it being called that?
well,
Is that just all the DLC?
have you played it?
No, not the DLC.
Okay, so not the DLC, just the main game.
Oh yeah,
You know when you get into the factory
yeah. And they
and
called
there's like the
become
cult of
gods.
robots and they start doing the song and it's like become as gods, become yeah, that's why they did it.
I'm starting to think that leak list that we covered was right, but they changed the names
yeah.
of a bunch
But
of shit.
wrong titles,
Hella
like a
wrong.
bunch of red herrings and yeah.
Yeah, like they just changed
Like-
a whole bunch of shit.
They were like, yeah, One Punch Man game, and it's like, no, it wasn't a One Punch Man game, but we did get Jump Force, and
One Punch Man was
Saitama
good.
might be in that.
But that's not being developed by Square.
But it was said to be shown at the Microsoft conference
Oh,
because
yeah.
again, remember, not everything on the list was like right so much as it was just indirectly, hey, something along the lines of this fashion will be at this conference.
Yeah.
So that's what I'm saying.
All the things that I thought would have been at Sony's conference, third party wise, was at Microsoft. So that leaves room for other stuff.
Well, Sony already said that they're going to focus on like Last of Us 2. What else?
Well, they said they're going to focus on those 4 exclusives. The rest are mainly going to be third party. I meant third party wise.
Oh yeah, you're right. Well, anyway, bring up the list, George. Send in the chat if you got it on as a picture.
I don't.
Hold on.
I need more.
IGN.
Like it. He didn't send me the list. He's like, hey, working on the list, and it's like, boom, he took his phone, took a picture of his computer, but it's not like the whole compiled thing.
Well, let's talk about Ori and the Will of the Wisps. That game where you play as Mew. It looks
Okay.
it looks.
Let's talk about it, and then you stopped, and I was like, no, Brian, talk about it.
It looks good. I appreciate the art style. It kind of reminds me of Rayman Legends a little bit. I don't know why. But it looks neat.
Oh, you know what? You know what Ori and the Will of the Wisps remind me of?
What?
Ori and the Blind Forest.
Oh well, I can't imagine why.
That's how sequels work, Shelly.
I liked the ending of it, but I like how colorful and dark the palettes are, though. It made me feel nice. And then we've got Fallout 76. I wasn't really paying attention during that trailer. Did they show any gameplay?
Nah, I was ass.
Nah.
Yeah, because I keep seeing people like on Twitter and shit be like, okay, well, Fallout 76 looks like it has the potential to be amazing. I was like, okay, cool. It's definitely a lot of potential because we sure as hell didn't get anything concrete. I'm expecting it to just play like Fallout 4, but a little bit crisper. Not Metroid. Metro Exodus. Exodus trailer. Wasn't it called something else?
Nah. Metro Exodus was Metro Exodus.
Last year.
Yeah.
But yeah, it looks weird because when they revealed it last year, it was really like framed as a horror game, and I'm not really sure why, because this was kind of more of a all right, let's go shoot them up, beat them up kind of shit. So I'm not really sure why the tonal shift, but whatever. I'm not playing it. The gun animation that I'm seeing on this thumbnail for IGN is really funny, and I appreciate it because there's like it's just stuff phasing in and out on the gun, and you don't see any hand movements or anything like that. And then we got that cool Nito thing, Sekiro: Shadows Die Twice.
Yeah.
That one looked
good From Software action.
That
It
was the
looked hype
best
as
game
shit.
of the conference.
It looked hype as
I
shit,
don't know what anyone says. That's the best game.
and I'm
I
not.
was tripping. We were all like, man, that looks so good. I can't wait to play it on PS4.
It's Genji and Hanzo in the same character, and I don't know if that's intentional,
Stop.
but it sure as hell looks like it. He even has a robot arm. But do we want to talk about that?
It
I'll
was-
just put on,
It
let me
was
put on the
showing
trailer so we can watch it.
It was showing the bit. Wait, what?
I'm going to watch the trailer and have it muted, and you guys talk about it.
Anyone have a list?
We keep asking for a list. I'm just going off of the IGN reveal videos.
Ain't no list, man. We fresh out the conference, dog. It's all on the
This is
brain.
all committed to memory. So I
Zam
thought
was
it might have been.
Down.
It looks very Bloodborne-y.
Yeah. Well, yeah, it's from Software. Yeah, it looks like a mixture of like a Dark Souls combat with a little bit of
Overwatch.
no.
I'm not going to let
Jesus
that
Christ,
drop.
Brian. You're why we take an hour every time. An extra hour, I should say.
That's true.
I'm just gonna go on IGN's YouTube
That's what I'm doing.
or no, I'm going to GameSpot because I go one step beyond.
Okay. We were tripping when we saw a homeboy die during the gameplay
And
because
they-
it was that Dark Souls death animation.
Mhm.
But then he was like, I don't die so easily. And so when it saw when it showed the tagline of Shadows Die Twice or whatever, the subtitle was like, oh, okay, that explains a lot. So it has to be 2 times before you get killed. And okay, cool.
So how does that
Good
work?
looking
in
out
gameplay,
from
though?
Software. You probably just come back, and then if you get off the second time, you die. You ever played Prince of Persia: The Sands of Time?
I need to.
I find it weird that From Software worked with Activision for this.
All right, I finished the trailer. It was hype as shit still.
Okay.
So do you think it'll play like a Metal Gear Rising?
Flowers is hell no. No, that wasn't at you. Brian was like, "Do you think it'll play like Metal Gear Rising?" And I'm like, "Hell no! It's From Software. It's gonna play like Bloodborne."
Faster than Bloodborne.
Of course, it's faster
Yeah,
than Bloodborne.
The fundamental idea will be not unlike that of past Souls games, but it's obviously going to be faster and have some tweaks to like
I don't
fit
know.
its
I don't
fit
think
its
he
setting.
don't have a shield. I think for the shield, he's just going to use the sword. I guess.
You think that
I mean,
casually, if people will be able to play it?
it would probably be the easiest From Software game to play.
That's what I was thinking.
Definitely.
Especially with that like
No,
revived
Lars
mechanic.
disagrees. What is the easiest From Software game to play? He plays them, so I'm asking him.
Armored Core game.
An Armored Core game. Shut up.
From Software.
Look, what's the easiest Soul
3?
3? DS3?
I told you 3 was the
Um,
easy one.
Because Demon Souls is really easy.
Man
That's
said-
only if you know what you're doing.
Man said Armored Core.
Because there's a lot of dumb stuff you can do in Demons that makes it super easy. But new
Mhm.
people aren't really good at that.
Yeah.
Dark Souls 1 is fuck you until you know everything. Dark Souls 2. I think DS3 is easier because Dark
Okay.
Souls 2 does a lot of dumb bullshit.
What about Bloodborne?
It'd either be DS3 or Bloodborne.
DS3 or Bloodborne. Okay.
It depends on what your personal playstyle is.
Sekiro might be a big no. All right.
I'll still get it.
Because for
I
me,
mean, yeah, definitely.
just for me, Bloodborne is easier than the rest of Souls games because I'm a very get in there person,
Okay.
and it felicitates that style with the rally system and everything.
Well, I mean, you get a choice in builds between those games, though, right? In other like
Sort
Souls
of.
games and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, Sekiro, it looks like you're just playing like this guy and this guy alone,
You're just
and we
playing
don't
Genji.
don't know what weapon options are gonna.
Even in Bloodborne, all your weapon options were go in.
Okay.
You got different weapons, but it was all about going in with the rally system and everything.
We will see it when it gets here. Definitely got that one on the list.
Crackdown
Let's talk
3.
about Halo 6 for a second.
Wasn't that
And
the
the
first one?
blast that they wanted to point out.
Or
Talking about Halo Infinite.
Yeah, Halo 6.
Infinite.
Didn't see no Halo 6. I saw Halo Infinite.
I'm looking at the trailer
Oh,
on IGN, and it just has in parentheses Halo 6.
saw
it's-
Halo Infinite, and then Capcom started sweating.
I don't. What kind of game is it going to be? Is it just going to be the shooter, or is it going to be a player creation with battle royale?
Nigga, it's gonna be a shooter.
No
It's gonna be a
shit
shooter battle royale.
with player create.
Oh,
It's
there's
gonna be
totally gonna be
Fortnite.
Battle Royale in it.
Well, I mean, it's gonna have player create no matter name a Halo game that doesn't have Forge.
I don't know. I haven't ever played Halo.
It does have Forge
Now,
now.
5.
Five has Forge. Does 5 not have Forge?
Did they finally patch it in? Because it did not launch with Forge.
It did not launch
I
with-
know for 100% it was not in Forge. I think for a minimum of
Well, yeah.
6 months.
But
How much gameplay did we see in this conference?
I don't know if it's a, I don't know
We
if it's
saw
but I
not
know
quite a
for fact it
bit.
didn't launch with Forge.
Now
And I
that
don't know if that counts. What do you
All the Western games had no gameplay, and then all the Japanese-based games had gameplay.
5 does have Forge.
if you
Now it does. Okay.
think Jump Force had
And I know it didn't launch with Forge.
You got to get it separate or some shit. The way it's reading, I didn't look at I didn't research it anyway.
Anyway, so next on the list is Kingdom Hearts 3.
That's not next on the list. That's what you want to be next
No,
on the
I'm
list.
literally
but,
going by the videos.
but go off,
Sitting
but go off, boo boo. Go off, boo boo.
All right.
Ain't too much to talk about. The game's coming out in 2019. It looks really good. Frozen is in there, so like 50% of us are happy, 50% of us are mad. All
Yep,
of us
right.
don't care for real
Okay.
either way. And Mickey took
Shelly, I'm gonna
almost 20
fucking murder you.
years. Mickey took almost 20 years to hop up in the realm of darkness to
Okay.
save your girl, and
This is
he's
not
too
my
late.
girl.
So she's ignored your girl, like that. Speaking colloquially, not saying your girl in particular.
Not my
Yeah.
president.
Okay, instead of what we got at the end of the Kingdom Hearts trailer, what if it was that, except the shadowy figure was Goliath?
Bruh, that'd be lit.
Wouldn't it?
That'd be lit.
I'd be like,
Yeah,
super
where
awesome.
my gargoyles in KH3?
I would have been like, holy fuck, why? I don't know. Here's my money.
Well, okay. Anyway, it's
I'm
coming
not
out.
even.
It's coming out in January 29th.
Pretty much February, like every
2009.
game next year.
Shelly, let me talk. Let me just get it out of my system. That's not a bad thing.
You will have all of tomorrow to get it out of your system.
It is not a bad thing.
When Square milks this game dry in the morning.
It'll be okay.
No more.
I'm fine with it. I was a little bit off put, but the reason I was off put, I realized because I had to sit down and think about it, was because I was pushing a November release date without it being confirmed. And so I was like, oh God, that's like 2 months delay. Like, what the fuck? And then I thought about it. I was like, you know what? They never even confirmed a date, so it's fine. I don't give a shit.
But it would only be a 2-month delay. Like, people were expecting November, December. So the push to January is like, oh, 1 or 2 months. Like,
yeah, it's not a big deal. It
This
really
game
isn't.
had gone on like for a while before we hit actually them giving
Getting
us
stuff
a
done.
year. It's not like Persona 5 coming out winter 2014, 2015, whatever, you know what I'm
2013.
saying? 2013, even more so. You know what I'm saying? This is like, it's in development. Okay, now we have a year. Okay, now we have a day. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Ain't no trip.
Now, and the only thing, and I've talked to people about this before, the only thing that upset me like mildly was that they couldn't manage to get a worldwide release date. Because if you don't know, you now know. Japan gets it on the 25th of January, and then the everywhere else gets it on the 29th. I'm not really sure.
No.
I'm not really sure why that happened, and honestly, that just irritates me because that means I have to go basically incognito at work and at home and just like not go on the internet and watch YouTube for a few days.
No, the fuck you don't. All you do is not be Japanese.
Shelly, if you don't think that people are going to buy Japanese imports so they get their
Why
hands
buy
on paper,
Japanese import.
People
I know
will buy them. People buy them. Like that's the move
and
with a
it's going to break
with a
through
few
the
games,
date.
especially
Because it's
Go ahead.
from Japan doesn't mean that you can't turn the settings to English.
It doesn't have that. No Cade
How do
game
you
has
know?
ever had that.
Yeah, no KA title in fucking 10 years.
No,
KH
Shelly,
game.
if they're
I
not
was just
doing
saying, no KH game was digital either
Shelly
for a
though,
while.
they why would they give us that setting and then not have a worldwide release date? They're two different settings, two different separate
Brian,
versions.
in that case, then wouldn't Japan get their own release date? Then the US would get their own release date. Then France would get their own release date. And then Australia would get their own release
Wrong, because for I don't know. For the French games, I think it has French audio, or is it French
it has
subtitles or whatever?
audio. Oh, okay.
You'll probably be able to change the language on subs and voice because
For
for Japanese. The Japanese love for like the English voice acting and cast of Kingdom Hearts is like part of why the final mix games are a thing. You think with the technology we have now, they're not just gonna, all right, here you go, dual audio.
Like
that'd be dumb.
All they have to do is the same fucking game that come out 4 days apart. Why would they just, nope, this one can't have English in it.
Yeah.
That's what I was saying, and that's why I'm like, why don't you just release it on the same day?
Why
Like,
would you
well,
leave
they're
it?
probably
That's a waste.
well, it's probably more than just language. Which language is what you're thinking, but it's probably more than that.
I don't know.
Stuff.
Blaze Blue Cross Tag Battle was like that. It came out like 5 days earlier in Japan than it did here, but you could like overhaul the entire master language on the game and just buy a Japanese copy and swap stuff out.
Either way, I'm gonna have to go like in the dark for a little bit to avoid spoilers, because I promised myself after Dream Drop Distance that I would never spoil another Kingdom Hearts game for myself, because it just did not feel the same when I did it. And anyway, we're not going to talk about the story content of the trailer. That'll be another stream. But
Brian, what would you do if like a really popular KH streamer was like just one word, Goliath?
Then I would laugh at him.
Okay, but what if? But no, he's saying that with the implication, like, what if Goliath is actually in the game?
Then I would laugh because it's real and it's.
Oh my God, Shelly's been saying this for 5 years. I've been listening to us.
I don't think it'll be there though. The guys, like, I just no.
Say that.
Anyway, what's the next one?
The next game.
Mm-hmm.
Forza 4. Oh, I want to talk about
Horizon 4. There's a difference.
Yeah,
Forza Horizon 4. I want to talk about one thing with KH3 before we move on.
Jesus.
Sorry. This is just the reason that I got delayed, in my personal opinions. I think, honestly, the build that they gave us for the premiere event or whatever that like all the big YouTubers went to, I think that was mostly finished in their minds, and they were just like, okay, we'll give some feedbacks to figure out what we need to do. And then they gave bugs. And I think that they gave him feedback, or they gave them feedback, and they're like, okay, well, let's just go ahead and make this as good as possible. And now they're overhauling like the balance of the game and like tweaking it like a lot. And also, I think that they're trying to stay as far away from Red Dead Redemption 2 as possible.
I don't think that matters.
I do think it matters, honestly, for Square.
That's a different audience.
They want to capitalize on the money making, and it's right after Christmas, and you know everybody. It's a month after Christmas, practically. It is not practically. So everybody's had time to get like extra money in their accounts. Got that Christmas money in their pockets now. They pay for KH3. It's far enough away from Red Dead that it won't conflict with sales. Because I would imagine that like Rockstar audience in Western culture, or at least in the US at least, is pretty big. I don't know how many of them would be willing to buy Kingdom Hearts 3, but I'm sure that the prospect of losing $120 within like 2 weeks of each other for video games would be a big down factor of which game you play first. Okay. I just think that that's one of the reasons. That's my personal belief. I do think that the community made them want to balance and tweak the game, and I also think that this gives them an excuse to give it a safer release date with no competition like what Breath of the Wild had with the Horizon. Zero Dawn.
No competition yet.
Anyway,
And again, like I said, it's pretty much in February, like every other goddamn game that's coming.
It'll be all right.
That's almost 6 games coming out in February.
It'll be all right.
all right. So
But anyway,
Forza
yeah,
Horizon 4.
Forza Horizon. We didn't get a car on stage.
Damn it!
Rest
No
in
one-
peace, our fallen heroes.
no one
car
saw
on
that
stage.
coming.
0 out of 10. I don't even care about anything else. There wasn't the car. It wasn't Microsoft.
They broke the meme.
Some aliens rolled up in there and like replaced themselves with Microsoft and did like a pretty bang up job, and
Instead of a
There was
car,
no
we got
car.
a multi Xbox One X setup.
we got racing esports, which I mean that was a thing, but still.
Can we talk about the fact that Microsoft actually has 5 new studios?
That's pretty
5 more
awesome.
games.
They bought Ninja Theory, hallelujah, because now we don't get any more DMC Devil May Cry's. Like the one with Dante.
Okay, so whenever we're off camera, can you explain to me the lore of Devil May Cry and why there's some that are good and some that are awful?
Sure.
Because I don't get any of it. I've tried to explain it to myself and read up on it, but it's not cool.
I can do it when we get to DMC 5. It really won't take as long as you think.
All right.
Well, I can answer questions. I ain't finna tell the whole story.
No,
and
I don't need the like.
they bought the developers for Forza Horizon.
That actually.
Yeah,
cuts
I
out
noticed
the
that.
middleman.
That I thought that was really well. I won't say that was really weird because like
because you've just been making it exclusive.
yeah. That's why I thought it was weird.
You're just making games for Xbox just every other year.
I mean, there are other companies that I kind of get it because like what Insomniac isn't like strictly under Sony, right?
No, they're
They
not.
just make a bunch of games for them though.
Well, they have a really good relationship with.
Yeah, they have a good relationship, and it's the same thing with Game Freak and Nintendo.
Why doesn't Nintendo own Game Freak?
I have no clue.
All they do is make Pokemon, your IP.
They made
They haven't made
I
anything else.
forgot what it was called. It was some
They've
kind of rhythm. Brian, shut up. They made some kind of.
And
I'm sorry, but I know whatever you were saying, you were memeing.
and
If I knew you were actually saying
No, I was
something,
going
I'd
to
have
say
let
they
it
literally
ride. But I know
made
you're
a
memeing.
Pokemon company. Like that's what it's called now. We know them by the Pokemon Company and not Game Freak.
No, the Pokemon Company and Game Freak are 2 separate companies. Thank you for playing.
Okay.
oh,
Damn.
Game Freak made like a rhythm game on a PlayStation console some time ago, and then they made an Xbox One game like a few years ago.
No Scalebound though.
hey, they made up for it. They got near. They got near.
They got near the next best thing.
They got near.
Hey,
Um,
so
Let's talk about the awesome adventures of Captain Spirit. Divorce
Home
sim.
Alone. What 6? Home Alone 6.
Home Alone. What?
It's Halo 6.
There
and
was
Home
a
Alone
4
6.
and 5, guys. It was awful.
I don't. It looks like a Life is Strange build. That's honestly what I thought it would be. But no, it's just
Really?
Who's
Yeah.
producing that? Let me look that up.
Let me see.
Should
I'm watching
be same company. They were like, "Hey, this is in the Life is Strange universe," and I'm like,
Is it in the Life is Strange universe? No,
"That's
it's
what the
Square Enix. Square Enix is publishing it, so yeah, this is a Life is
Yeah.
Strange related game. Not
Yeah.
maybe canonicity, but
you didn't
same people.
you didn't hear like me and Justin and everyone were going like, okay, but how? Like how is this gonna push us in that direction?
I have no idea.
Is there gonna be another giant tornado out of nowhere? Is he like somebody's kid? I mean, obviously he's somebody's kid, but like, is he somebody's kid?
Is he someone relevant's kid? No, I just think they said it's an
In that-
original story in the trailer, so that means I'm guaranteeing that it's not going to be in that universe.
Game that's like in the that not Life is Strange. Yeah, okay. No,
It looks
because it's on
interesting,
Xbox.
but It'll be all right.
Yeah.
I think it'll have its
Justin's over here
audience.
making Heavy Rain jokes, and I'm like, no.
Is that what
No
the-
more whatever Cage his name is. What is his name? David Cage.
David Cage. The Cajioning.
The Cajun.
Start Detroit today.
I need to play that.
What, Detroit?
Yeah, I watched
Yeah.
Game Grumps play one episode. I was like, I need to play this myself so I can get the bad taste of gameplay out of my mouth.
The bad
Ooh.
taste. What?
Their gameplay.
What gameplay?
They-
You just
killed-
need another
they-
game about androids to kind of wreck your life. Nier
They-
wasn't enough.
Near wasn't enough. I need to feel more about what makes us human.
Become us gods.
What did they ascend? What was that? What they were saying? It doesn't matter. Nier was a great game. Crackdown 3. They added Terry
With
Crews to
Terry
the game.
Crews. It was just the
No,
Old Spice commercial.
He was already in it.
Yeah, he was already in it.
I just thought he was doing the media campaign.
How
though.
the fuck do you not show gameplay again?
What do you mean?
They didn't show gameplay again.
I
That was
thought
not a
they
gameplay.
did.
I want like actual legitimate gameplay.
You want to see people playing
He
it.
wants
you don't
he
want to
wants
see
hand he
pre-render.
wants
I want
hands-on
legit gameplay.
he wants hands-on gameplay. Like with Unravel 2.
Yeah. Well, Unravel 2's out.
Or like with Forza. Forza had like legit gameplay.
What is Crackdown supposed to be about? What is its allure?
You just
you blow
bust up
up.
everything. It's
it
just
like a
cause, but you're
multiplayer?
a bunch of cops.
It's just cause.
Oh, so it's
Yeah.
like a sandbox game. It's not like a multiplayer game.
No, it's multiplayer.
It's multiplayer, but it's multiplayer like sandbox. Like
gotcha.
it's sandbox first, but then you get, you have multiplayer as a functionality.
That's cool.
Watch out, watch out, watch out.
We got Sea of Thieves DLC, 2 DLCs. I guess that's what they needed because they were saying that it's empty and not a lot to do.
That killed me because we were doing bingo cards with Jank Squad, and it was like, how is Microsoft going to try to save the Xbox? And Ethan was the only one to be like, Sea of Thieves DLC. So not only did we get that, we got 2 Sea of Thieves expansions.
You see in the thumbnail where it's like 91 million hours played? I'm like, God damn, dude. Who's playing this? Who's leaving this on at their house?
One Piece fans.
Let's see. Forza Horizon reveal trailer. We already knew about that. Stage demo. Tales of Vesperia Definitive Edition.
It was a thing.
It was a thing. I don't know if I want to play it just because I've heard tell that Berseria is really hard to go back from because they've improved the combat so much in that game.
It's more for the people who wanted it.
Yeah. So
I mean,
it's fine.
yeah.
I might not play it. I probably won't. Super Meat Boy is a thing now. What do
Yeah.
they call it? I don't
Super
want to
Meat
watch
Boy
this like
forever.
highlight reel.
What the game?
That got they showed us
Super Meat Boy Forever.
they showed us Forever last year at the Nindies showcase for Nintendo.
I
So
never
I guess
heard
it's
of
like getting around for everything else, or I don't know.
Yeah. We got the Division 2 teaser trailer.
I liked that gameplay. See?
You did?
Yeah,
Really?
yeah. It was like it was They did it pre-recorded, but it was still like legitimate gameplay.
Okay, I get it. I get what he's saying.
Not
No,
that he would want to buy the game, but that he appreciated their presentation of it.
No, not even that. So what you saw in Crackdown 3 was quote unquote gameplay, but with
It's
it being
cinematic.
pre-recorded and everything and taking it like cinematic angles. You
Yeah.
know, it wasn't like, okay, here's the HUD, here's how the game works. Here's just a bunch of
The game's not actually going to look like that. Like when you
here's
get,
stuff
like,
happening in
like a Forza
engine.
trailer and shit. Like it's
Yeah.
running on the in-game engine. You're actually doing the shit, but there's a mode where you can just do the shit and it's going. It's like
Yeah.
actual gameplay, but that's not what the game's gonna fucking look like while you're playing.
It's almost like looking at the benchmark for the PC versions of games to make sure like your frame rate and everything and your settings is good. Kind of something like that for a better comparison. Nah, I get what you're saying.
We got Shadow of the Tomb Raider that looks like a Tomb Raider game. Lara Croft is slowly looking like original Lara Croft.
So I was telling people.
Tito's in it.
She didn't become the
They were like, "Oh, this new design has a purpose." I'm like, "Yeah, the purpose is that she's younger, and if they keep making more games, she'll get older and she'll go back to being what we all remember."
I don't really know what to comment on Shadow of the Tomb Raider. Like, I never played any of them except like the first one for like 2 hours, and that's it.
I thought this one was more like Uncharted.
You'll screenshot that.
This one looks like it has like set pieces. In it.
Yeah.
This is beautiful.
We got We Happy Few story trailer.
I think I missed that. Did I missed that?
I think you did.
Oh no, I saw this. I just didn't know
What's happening, George?
Lowers is playing a Street Fighter V in front of me, and he was having a tough time against this opponent, but he brought it back on him. And as he was like grabbing for the last hit, everything froze, and it froze at like the most perfect frame it could have. And then whoever he was playing against quit because he knew what was gonna happen. He knew.
Yeah.
So that was an all around good time.
Good job. Good job. Kudos. We Happy Few looks
I'll
dumb.
be back in like 5, 6, 7 minutes.
We have what in 5, 6, 7 minutes?
He'll be back.
Oh, he'll be back. Oh,
He's got to get on the phone.
No, I gotta go get stuff out of the car.
You got to get some out of the car. We Happy Few looks dumb.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know what you think about it. I think it looks dumb. Like
I
it's
think it
trying
looks
to.
just the same as it. I think it looks just the same as it has always looked. You know what I'm saying? Like they've been showing this to us for a minute.
It just feels like it's trying too hard to be like Clockwork Orange and edgy, and I don't think it works. But I'll have to wait and see because people make their decisions.
Well,
And then
it's in early access. People have been fooling with it for a while. That's why we were like, oh, so is it finally coming out? Like, what's up?
Hold on. Excuse me. We got Jump Force. I don't know what the fuck that game is.
It's the same as all the other ones that have come out before, just on a different kind of engine. It looks like it's gonna looks like that Xenoverse engine, but we just kind of rammed up the graphics.
You think so? I think
Like
it looks
11?
like just Unreal 4. Yeah, look at that thumbnail. I think it's Unreal 4. And
be.
it's just a more graphically enhanced J-Stars.
I saw that frame drop in the cinematics, boy.
Yeah, I was like, damn, that's awful.
When Naruto pulled Kurama out, we had
That
that
was-
nice little slowdown.
Who do you think's making it? Who is making it? Let me look.
I mean, it's Bamco. I don't know what
I want to know if
Who else they
CyberConnect 2
working
has
with?
anything to do with it.
CyberConnect 2 ain't got nothing to do with that. CyberConnect 2 been stopped. Because
Yeah,
after
ever since-
Storm, that was kind of it.
Well, they were trying to do FF7 remake, and that shit didn't happen.
Well, that's not with Bamco.
I don't know what this game's trying to do, but I don't know if I like it yet. And then, of course, we got Light Yagami at the end of the trailer, like that's supposed to be some oh shit kind of deal. Like I don't.
He's been in jump games before. That's what I kept saying all through the thing. I don't know what he
You don't know what his move set will be.
Yeah, because I hadn't seen like how he played in prior games. I will say, McLeod Gaming ripped some of those assets from the DS game to make him an assist trophy in Smash Flash, and in that game, he just uses the Death Note. Smash Flash 2, sorry, two completely different games. Had you shook GGs, you can feel good about your performance. This is my account on my cousin's PS4. My account at home is this. You can look and see for yourself that you actually did good. I don't know if that's insulting or positive. Like, it sounds like he's saying, hey, you did good. Because,
You know what? I can look him up on SF5 and see what his rank is on his account.
yeah.
Because if he's like Diamond or some shit, you know, that's not John's.
Yeah,
If he's
like he's
lower
saying,
ranked,
hey, you did good.
He said,
We got
You did.
Tunic.
Okay, that was a compliment. Turn up.
I am not. What did he say?
We-
That was RRKS.
I don't know. You gotta go back and look at the message. I'm working. Okay.
Rip.
Rip.
RRKS.
We got Tunic coming up, and that really, I made the joke.
We have what coming up? Say that again.
The game Tunic, the one that looks like a Secret of
Tunic,
Mana.
okay. Okay. My well, this ain't my headset. This headset. I needed to readjust. Go ahead.
Tunic looks like Secret of Mana, and it plays exactly like it. Or Adventures.
I
Of Mana,
guess.
excuse me. It plays like Adventures of Mana. But
Okay, I was gonna say no.
but it's that kind of thing. I appreciate it. It looks cute. It looks I like the music too. Like, it's very surreal. If it's like for $15 when it comes out, I'd totally buy it.
That box is adorable.
If it's not an exclusive.
You'll be able to get it on PC all the same.
Yeah, you're right. Gears Pop reveal trailer. That's trash. We're not talking about that.
You know what? He's a gold ranked Mega player. I think he meant that sincerely.
Bring them out. Bring them out.
And then we got Gears 5 reveal. And that's the last thing that they did besides
Oh shit, he's level 269.
Missed the Gears
45 with me.
what's it called? Daft Punk? No. Steampunk?
Cyberpunk
Cyberpunk.
2077.
Yeah.
We just gonna
we-
skip over DMC5 like that.
There's no. I forgot it was there because there's no.
I sat here and listened to you jump into Kingdom Hearts,
I didn't jump it. I'm literally
And you
going by
have-
what there is.
and you have all its.
You
I'm
did
messing
try
with
to
you.
jump into Kingdom Hearts. That was like the second thing you tried to do.
Like, I wasn't trying to cut you off for the sake of cutting you off, but like Square Enix goes tomorrow morning, so you're about to. This gonna be your time to shine. You're literally about to get an entire day to just
Fucking unload my wrath and.
because 7 Remake is gonna be on that too. Like,
Oh God, I don't want to do it.
see, that's why I was trying to tell you to save your energy today.
Yeah.
'Cause
Okay,
tomorrow-
so here it is. I found it. Yeah, let's go ahead and talk about fucking Devil May Cry. That's what it is.
Devil May Cry.
So go ahead and that's a thing. And explain to me like how this is different from past games, because apparently they remade it or revamped the series and it wasn't good. Is this another revamp, or is this
Okay,
following some
no.
canonicity?
No, this is following now. This is true as given by the title, because you had 1, 2, 3, 4, and then they passed it off to Ninja Theory for a game, and that was DMC Devil May Cry. But it's like, nah, this one's 5 because they opened up with that. Art style, not exactly the same as like in DMC Devil May Cry. Some inspiration for that, but that's the same kind of like idea that got kind of taken. It makes me wonder if it's like just Capcom or if like Platinum or anybody's having a hand, because it's the same kind of like art style from Scalebound.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
Like as far as character models go and everything.
It looks a hell of a lot like Bayonetta.
Bayonetta looks a hell of a lot like it.
That's true.
Yeah. It's starring Nero, who is the protagonist of 4.
Isn't that his brother?
No, Nero is his nephew.
Okay.
I don't know
So basically, DMC Devil May Cry, they had like 1 or 2 of those games.
So
DMC Devil May Cry games, was there 1 or 2 of those?
there was one. There was
And
one, and then they dropped the definitive edition with all the Virgil DLC.
So what was that? A reboot, or was that just a spin-off, or what?
That
Was a thing.
what'd you say to me?
He said it was a thing.
Oh no, I was talking about. That was an attempt at doing so. I won't say it was one, because that would imply they have some kind of like plan, you know what I'm saying, for like afterwards. That was an attempt at it. It got the reception it did. Now, fans were to it at first. It got better when they patched in Lock On, and then they dropped Definitive Edition to like up the frame rate. So it became a better game, but like the people, it still wasn't, Devil May Cry.
Right. And so now they just went back to the roots.
Took me a second to realize it was Nero because of the change in style. But, I saw him throw Red Queen into the ground and start revving it up. And I'm like, okay, that's Red Queen. That's Nero. He still has the fake arm, but it's not the same arm he had from 4. For like, those are the people who play 4. What? Yeah, his old demon arm was ripped off, and so that's why he has like the zip line robotic electric thing going on, because he had to get a new one. I have the chick who's with him. I have no clue who that is.
It's Bayonetta.
Do not know. No, not in the absolute least.
Just for the girl.
Now, if it turns out like in the end it was her the whole time and there was some kind of like elaborate crossover shoehorned in, I wouldn't be mad. But as far as I know, as far as everybody knows and is concerned, nah, it ain't her. At the very end of the trailer, we see good old Uncle Dante, long hair, beard, facial hair. He's officially Uncle Dante.
Yeah.
Old and everything, but still having a good time. There were some in-engine shots that kind of looked like what gameplay would be, and I was talking to a squad about it, and Nick was saying that I wouldn't say it looked more like Killer is Dead. It has, to me, cinematically, it looks a little bit like what they did in DMC Devil May Cry, but the feel of it is probably going to be a lot more different when the game comes out. And if it's anything like 4 you played as Nero, then you got to play as Dante, and then when Special Edition came out, you got to play as Lady, Trish, Virgil, anything. The Dante gameplay is probably going to be the same as it always is, if Dante is playable in 5.
I like how Johnny Young Bosch keeps retweeting Devil May Cry stuff.
Oh yeah. If you ever heard me make the joke that DMC4 is my favorite episode of Bleach, it's because Johnny Young Bosch is the voice of Nero, but then you have Stephanie Shea, who also voiced Orihime, who voices Kyrie, the female lead in that. And it's pretty much Bleach.
Yeah.
Well, I'm glad that Devil May Cry 5 was the second best game shown at the conference.
It looks cool.
I'm happy for Capcom. Honestly, I was expecting them to wet the bed and all sorts of, but nah, I fool with it. I'm probably gonna get it anyway. Let's be for real.
Yeah, I'm probably gonna end up waiting to see what Jump Force is like. I'm gonna buy Kingdom Hearts 3 day one.
That's gonna be like J-Stars, bro.
And then I want.
Yeah, I was gonna say I'm not buying Jump Force. Like it's gonna take something good to get me to buy.
It's gonna take a good roster to get me.
Goliath would have to be in it.
Goliath. And then we've got what else came out or was announced? That Sekiro, Shadows Die Twice.
Yeah, we talked about that.
Yeah, we talked about it, but that's something else I want to buy.
Okay. Talked about
if it-
Sekiro, Tunic,
Uh,
DMC, Gears, Halo, Forza.
yeah, we
Sea
did
of
talk about
Thieves.
Gears.
I
I thought y'all talked about Gears.
yeah.
No,
I
we didn't.
came back and y'all were talking about
We
you talked
started
to-
to, and then you
you-
like, well, you skipped Devil May Cry.
Oh, I didn't.
No, because you said Gears and then you went on to Cyberpunk. Because you were like, yeah, there was Gears, and Gears was the last thing they showed before.
Oh yeah, I was
and
trying to,
then
like,
that
put
was
the
the
show
end of the
there.
conference, and I was like, nah, you skipped over DMC.
I mean, what can you say about Gears 5 anyway? They ain't shown
What
any
can you
gameplay.
say about Gears 5?
It's Gears 5.
It's Gears 5. They ain't shown any gameplay. There you go. Move on.
Like I gotta brush up on my lore so I can
I gotta
have
learn my
something.
lore.
can
I have
say
to
more
stay
about
exactly
the
where I am,
reveal
complicitly
trailer.
unaware.
No, but how are you ever going to beat up with the Legend of Dante's?
Yes.
Densetsu no Dantes.
He's
But
a
I
Why was
legend.
this playing against somebody on SFI right now with that name?
I think we can call that a stream for now. I think we'll be back later tonight, after or during Bethesda. Just to try.
Do we have to watch Bethesda?
Have to watch
May-
live.
Maybe.
Oh, you gotta be quicker than that.
Hey, what time is Devolver tonight? 10? Will that be rolling right off of Bethesda's? All right. Woo! Yeah, no.
Bethesda starts at 8:30.
All right, yeah. Bethesda starts then, and then as soon as Bethesda's done, Devolver will start. And I know for a fact, some of us are over here gonna be watching that because
That'll be
Devolver
fun.
brought the heat last year. They
What
did.
what time does Square Enix start tomorrow? 11?
Yes. Question.
I don't know. All I know is that Sony is at 8. Like always.
And we still got. When's Ubisoft?
I don't know. Hold on.
Hold on.
Tomorrow also. Okay.
It's gonna be Square Enix starts at noon tomorrow, then Ubisoft starts at 3. Then we've got PC at 5, and then we've got Sony at 8.
Oh, I forgot we have PC. All right, so that'll be a full day.
Oh,
And
we're just
then-
not gonna get off camera. Except for PC. I'm not covering that live.
You guys have to catch me up on all that.
Ooh.
Wow.
Um,
I don't know what.
Oh, yeah,
George,
you
do
got
you
what-
want to do a Square Enix live with me?
I can, yeah.
We can do that then. That's at lunchtime. Then we'll all do Sony at 8.
There's like 5 SPDs in a row.
All right.
Yeah.
Well, I'm gonna get off and I'm gonna watch this KH3 shit so that I can break it
Yeah.
down and process my life.
Jesus. All right.
All right.
You have fun with that.
Have fun, guys. Have a nice weekend. It's Sunday, but not for me because I'm taking tomorrow off so I can do this Kingdom Hearts 3 bullshit.
Oh God, yes you are.
Also, yeah, those were 5 SPDs.
Have fun.
Hip hip to doodly doo.
Hip hip to doodly doo.
Later days. Play Scuffle
Bye.
Girls.